Welcome back to the 2022 Heart Baseball Media Day. I'm your host, Stephen Davis. Next up, we're joined by the coach of Missouri Valley College, TJ Marik. Coach, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, Stephen. How are you?
Doing well. How is the preseason going for you guys? You guys excited to get rolling?
Oh, absolutely, to say the least. I know the guys are definitely ready. We've been very fortunate. We've been able to get outside a pretty good amount here, which is very shocking in early July, middle of July. But yeah, we're very excited to get going.
Absolutely. You've been able to get outside some. What do you do when you can't get outside? Are you guys able to get some good work inside?
Oh yeah. So we have a schedule at Burns, which is our gymnasium here. So what we do is we have every team has a different schedule. So we are typically one of the later teams that get in and get work. And we typically spend around an hour or 2 hours of getting a lot of work in.
Good to be night owls, I guess, when you're one of the later ones then, right?
Absolutely.
It's your second season there with the Vikings. First as head coach, though. How excited are you to be the guy in charge and be the one filling out the lineup card?
I am very, very excited. I've been very fortunate throughout my coaching career, which isn't very long. It's only been 4 years. I've been able to work with some great head coaches like Coach Enright, who was here previously, Coach Odette, St. Leo, Coach Kime, who's at Blackhawk now. And when I was asked to be promoted, I was super excited. My goal was to be a head coach by the age of 28, and I'm 3 years early, so I'm super excited to see what we can do.
You guys are headed south to Arkansas for your first series, and you've got some home games, again, weather permitting as always. What are you looking to see from your guys in these early non-conference contests?
Just making sure that we play the game right. I preach three things to these guys every single day, and that's play hard, have fun, and do things right. If we do those three things every single day, no matter what the outcome is, I'm going to be super happy.
You guys also start Heart Play then at home. Does that matter for you? Are you excited to be at home to start? I know you're one of the more southern teams in the league, but for a chance to get off to a good start, I guess it's a good thing to be at home, perhaps?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We are taking as best care of the field as we can right now, and absolutely being able to start at home field advantage, especially with the way that our field plays and how our right field fence plays. We are very excited to be able to start off at home.
All right, let's talk about some of the guys on your team. Take us through the pitching staff. Who are some of the names you're counting on to give you quality innings this year?
Four guys that I see starting right now. Dietrich Gertzken, he is a returner from last year. And then the next three are actually newer guys. Somer Cedeno, who has come in this year. Logan Ellenwood, who came from Bosher Parish. And then Christopher Nielsen, who is actually from Australia. That's going to be what it's going to look like in the starting rotation. Then obviously we have guys coming out of the bullpen, Josiah Smogillon, Josh Simon, Sam Eads, Riley Hudson. We have a pretty well-depth pitching staff this year.
Sounds like it. How about the guys they'll be throwing to behind the plate? You got some depth at catcher as well?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So we have our starting catcher from last year in Luis Rosario. He is an absolute bulldog back there. So we are very excited to have him back. And then Pablo Villasmil, who is actually a freshman. He was one of those guys that we really didn't know who he was, and then he came in and absolutely surprised us. We see him as the number 2 right now, and then we also have catchers like Toski Uno, who came from Clackamas Community College, and then Dawson Neal, who came from SIC.
Take us through the rest of the position players, infield and outfield. Who are the guys that are going to be in the lineup most of the time?
We are very fortunate that we have a lot of depth this year. Outfield wise, we have 2 seniors that I see in the corner, Elliot Wilk in left field and Jacob Yates in right field. They were here last year. Then last year also Ivory Daniels was our starting center fielder, and that's what our outfield is going to look like. Infield wise, still trying to figure out the pieces there because we have a lot of depth there. Third base right now, I see Ruben Fernandez, who is from Spain, Junpei Ohashi, who was a returner from last year, Josiah Smogillon, Mike Carey, who went to Austin Peay State University, and John A. Logan. And then first base is one of those things where we're just going to see who's hot at the moment and kind of ride with it.
Sounds like it's a good problem to have with a lot of depth to sort out right now.
Absolutely. It's nice being on this side and not the other side.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. We'll give you our final 4 questions here. Just to get to know you a little better and find out a few things about your program. You've been at a few stops before you got to Valley, coached baseball at different levels. What brought you to Marshall and to Valley specifically?
So the reason why I came to Marshall is after St. Leo, I had some things happen family-wise and figured that it'd be better to come closer to home. Luckily, Coach Odette was pretty close with Coach Enright. So obviously when Coach Odette recommended, he was like, hey, this is the guy you want to work for and just work under. It was an opportunity that I couldn't pass up. I interviewed, and that day I was dead set on coming to Missouri Valley, and obviously it kind of worked in my favor. And I was able to learn so much from Coach Enright, not only just about baseball, but life overall. And those guys are the reason why I'm in the seat I am today.
All right. What do you mean? You guys get a recruit in on campus? What are some key places you make sure you get them to so that they can see you and see if they want to come to Valley?
Definitely the number one place we show, other than Burns, where we do all of our work, is the Fletcher facility. Fletcher is beautiful. I've been at a lot of schools, and I can honestly say that it is one of the better facilities that I've seen overall in college sports. So obviously that is definitely one place that we show them. And then obviously other buildings like Beatty Hall, for example. I take my classes there, so I feel comfortable showing them there and showing them the different classrooms, and just so everyone kind of gets a look of just what our overall campus looks like.
All right, you mentioned the campus and taking guys on a tour. What's something unique about the campus there at Missouri Valley that Hart fans or folks coming in as students should know about?
Definitely the diversity overall. We have people from all over the world, not only on baseball, but in every other sport. It's definitely something you don't see every day on every other campus. It's something that is new to me, and it's been an awesome experience.
Very cool. And we're wrapping things up, asking every coach in the league the same question. What comes to your mind when we say Hart baseball?
Competition. Last year, I was able to see how high level of a competition there is in the Hart. And it is really, really good baseball. It's some of the best baseball that I've been a part of, especially in my coaching career. And I was obviously very excited to get going and compete against all these really, really well-known and good teams.
Coach, thanks so much for the time. Best of luck this season.
Awesome. Thank you, Stephen.
That's TJ Marik from Missouri Valley.